Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I am Zach.
I'm Shane.
We're back with Loki, Season 1, Episode 2.
The Frost Giant.
The Frost Giant? What this is called?
No, I always forget he's a Frost Giant.
Yeah, little Frost Giant, baby.
Yeah, he is.
Run to the litter.
Yeah.
So last time...
Does he have a true form? I can't remember.
I never really shows him try to turn into that. So.
That would be water. Hopefully we won't hear a pump in a second.
We do.
We do.
We were introduced to the Time Variance Authority, the TVA.
Yep.
And Agent Mobius, portrayed by Owen Wilson.
Wow.
And, wow. And they...
Have you seen Cars?
Yeah, I've seen Cars. Lightning McQueen.
You know, my kids have watched it 100 times. I've never sat through it and watched and understood it. It was always on in the background. I have no idea what it's about.
Cars, man.
Are they racing and shit?
It's about a race car.
Well, okay, so I've read that, like...
Learning to drift.
Yeah, when I was editing the first Loki, I put a little thing in there about the people who got together for the wow, and they break like a world record. He was asked about it in an interview, and he just said, yeah, I like how people like my voice. He always had a sore spot for it because he was selected to do Cusco in Emperor's New Groove, like the main character who gets turned into a...
Yeah, I know, the Emperor.
Yeah, and he got fired, and they got David Spade.
Because he didn't like his voice?
I think so, yeah. And he said, yeah, and then I did Cars, and yeah, people like it, I guess.
The Time Variance Authority tracks down and apprehends Variance from the, what is it called, the central timeline?
Yeah, the proper flow time? Because there's probably
different... They call it, the timekeepers took all the different strands of time, I guess, the strings, but we're not talking about quantum theory here, but they took all these timelines and they put them all together because there was a multi-verse war.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And so they still put it all together.
Yeah.
So you take all these little countries and you make one little world government out of it, so that no evil can happen again.
It never would it?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we need to do. We have one currency. We need to get a mark on the right hand for it.
You know, a lot of people have tried, and no one ever seems to like it when other people try it. They just like it when they try it.
Yeah. No. Well, look at Gaddafi, right? He was trying to use gold and get off the dollar, and then all of a sudden he's terrible. We got to kill him, and now we have a pipeline.
Then he's dead in the ditch.
Now we have a pipeline through there. Right?
Yeah,
I know he was very terrible how he got in. He was a very bad dictator early on, but then his people loved him. Yeah, he had a lot of really interesting policies.
Well, that's how
if you get married, they give you like so much money. If you have a baby, they give you like $50,000 American dollars.
Well, in countries like that, that's how people attain power.
They get in violently, and then
over here it's dirty. It's still really, really dirty. I have no doubt in my mind it's not just the honest pole in a box.
Yeah, I've seen House of Cards
that everyone believes it is. I haven't. I've seen part of it,
dude.
I've seen up until...
I haven't seen the last season.
Okay, I've only seen part of it.
Okay, how much?
Maybe the first season.
Okay, well, it gets better and better, but then he's off the show, and the last season I didn't even bother watching it. Yeah,
he did make the show.
You made the show, yeah.
Yeah, the politics in this country are very dirty. And if you just think it's as black and white as what you get on the news, well, I don't watch the news anymore. That speaks of itself for me.
I do conservative and liberal outlets to try to kind of see a middle ground. I like Joe Rogan.
Well, he's not technically a news outlet.
Oh, I know, but he's not. But I think he reports...
He probably talks about important issues.
Yeah, he talks about important issues. I think he gets both sides, and he just wants to understand everyone. You know what I mean?
So... there's a court for the timekeepers that renders judgments on the variance. And we also find out that, well, Agent Mobius is trying to commission the main Loki variant in this show to help them apprehend another variant of himself.
Not a harmless little pussycat.
No, he's going around knifing people and handing out bubblegum.
Yeah.
So he also takes Loki through his life, the Loki variant, and shows him his mother dying as a result of his actions. And that breaks him down. And
then Loki later on goes back when he's running away and just watches his death. And
yeah, he kind of proves his point that he's not going to be treated like that.
Oh, and then he also...
fucking whips that woman through that little time loop with that thing.
That looked really unfortunate.
Yeah, it was a hell of a thing. And
imagine being consciously stuck in something like that.
It'd be fucking awful.
It'd be fucking awful. God fucking awful, Russ.
But, yeah. It threatens Paul, I believe his name was Paul, was being gutted like a fish. And
What's a fish?
Paul doesn't know what a fish is.
Well, what did he say? That's a tesseract. Be careful with it. That sounds dumb.
That's dumb, yeah.
He
has that little blue pen stain, the ink stain on his shirt. It reminded me of Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, someone, you called that out in the video, and someone said, "Oh, good look, man." I think it was
Antonio Jones.
Yeah. What's up?
But it reminded me of Shaun of the Dead because there's ink in his shirt, the red ink.
Yeah,
it's like you got red on you. And this is the movie is going on, but then there's blood and shit.
Oh,
but,
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then, I mean, that's pretty much all of it in the gist. There's all little bits and pieces that everybody loves unto themselves, but we don't have time for it.
We don't.
So
get started.
You're gonna watch us watch it now.
That's it.
You're very out of place there.
That's the Loki variant right there.
Yeah. Which I thought, I don't know, him being able to control people, I thought it was just shape-shifting.
Maybe this one is really badass. Look, when I saw the green eyes, I thought, oh, this version is a girl. But it's not.
Well, that girl is a girl.
Well, yeah, but she was just being controlled by him.
Yeah.
What happens when a Nexus event branches past red line?
Very bad things.
Come on, Loki. What is it? Oh, hey, quit it! That is not nice. Jerk.
Hi,
going well?
yeah.
My jet ski magazine, put it down. Come on, you're up. There's been an attack. Let's go. Good. Got it. Smart.
Dude, I love his character, man.
Yeah.
But which kind of Loki remains unknown.
No, the lesser kind, to be clear.
Look to the back of...
Very subtle. Well done.
I don't want anybody out there to forget what you are. A cosmic mistake.
That's enough.
Lovely.
Here's the deal. Get out on the brand. Variant.
Hey!
To our illusion projection.
They're the two completely different powers, actually. Whereas duplication casting entails recreating an exact facsimile of one's own body in its present circumstance, which acts as a true holographic mirror of its molecular structure.
We're going to break into 2 teams, including myself and Professor. We haven't been able to find them, so let's bring in an expert.
That's me. Do I get a weapon?
Did you watch any of the training videos you were supposed to?
Well, as many as I could stand. Your TVA propaganda is exhausting.
Forgot that.
Reset charges prune the affected radius of a branched timeline, which, by the way, sounds like a nice way of saying disintegrate everything in its vicinity.
He's on it.
So the Mongolians died.
He's on it. What do you see?
I see a scheme. My people are by nature gullible fools, a trait that I, the god of mischief, exploited time and time again simply by listening.
We need to look for C20.
But that's exactly what the variant wants you to do. I can deliver you the variant.
So now I'm wondering.
But I need assurances. And I'll need to speak to the timekeepers at once. They're in graver danger than we realized.
No, I don't know now. That's kind of cool.
This variant is insubordinate, stubborn, unpredictable. Sounds like someone else I know.
I was just thinking it sounds like someone I know.
Mobius.
Those rings are already there.
And they're all from you. Look, I know you have a soft spot for broken things.
I don't think so.
Yes, you do, but Loki is an evil, lying scourge. You really believe in this variant?
Luckily, he believes in himself enough for the both of us. And hey, if it doesn't work, I'll delete him myself. He's really arrogant.
You see, half the fun of being a trickster is knowing everyone knows you're a trickster, and then many of your
I feel like he's
tricksters
overselling it a bit,
you know,
too.
Just shut up, please. What happened to the guy I met on the elevator who didn't like to talk? Remember him? Now I'm stuck with this guy who won't stop yakking away about what makes a Loki tick.
I mean, it is adorable that you think you could possibly manipulate me. I've been playing a game of my own all along.
What? Charm your way in front of the timekeepers, hustle them, and seize control of the TVA? Am I getting warm? A double cross by history's most reliable liar.
Okay, why are you in there sticking your neck out for me?
I'll give you two options, and you can believe whichever one you want. A, because I see a scared little boy shivering in the cold, and you kind of feel bad for that ice runt. Or B, I just want to catch this guy, and I'll tell you whatever I need to tell you.
I guess I was wondering, is these things have existed forever? Why are they all humans?
Well, I understand. I was one of the same thing, but the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the DC Cinematic
They're
Universe
represented
tend to do that.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to really lean into this work. Here's a good trick for you. Pretend your life depends on it. I'm going to get a snack.
Shh. I'd like all files pertaining to the creation of the TVA.
Those are classified.
At the end of time.
Those are classified.
Okay, what files can I have?
Oh, yeah. I guess he...
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
He's hiding in apocalypses. Let's just say...
What are you doing?
Your salad is Asgard.
No.
In this scenario.
It's not Asgard. That's my
a metaphor.
lunch.
Just hang in there.
I want that salad.
There he goes.
The salt's Hulk.
And I could also set fire to the palace.
No, just stop. Don't set fire to the palace.
I can do whatever I want to do, and it would...
God.
You. Nice to see you, Carl.
You.
Take me to a real apocalypse. Take me to Ragnarok. I'll show you.
You lure me out into the field and then you stab me in the back. And that's a theory I don't want to test.
I never stab anyone in the back. That's such a boring form of betrayal.
Okay, I've studied almost every moment of your entire life. You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times.
I'd never do it again.
Be free, my own friends, be free! Norman est Loki. Praefectus consilii ad tempori estis. Iste mons.
That's just bad taste.
Enjoy your last meal while you can.
I guess I just feel weird about it, because this really did happen. You know what I mean?
Zero variance energy, no branching in the timeline.
TVA would never even know we were here.
Jet skis.
Yes. Why'd you have that?
Because they're awesome. In the early 1990s, for a brief, shining moment, there was a beautiful union of form and function, which we call the jet ski. Reasonable man cannot differ. It helps remind me of what we're fighting for. Existence is chaos. Nothing makes any sense, so we try to make some sense of it. Because the TVA is my life. And it's real because I believe it's real.
How does it all end?
That's a work in progress.
Oh, those lazy timekeepers. What are they waiting for?
Au contraire.
But no one bad is ever truly bad, and no one good is ever truly good.
You're very clever.
I know.
If you see a Loki, prune it.
The bad Loki, preferably.
She's kind of a bitch, man.
Oh, the way they were scowling at him?
Yeah. They haven't been too impressive either.
No, they haven't. You're getting their asses whipped.
The hell was that?
That was me. Using magic to dry my clothes.
He stays with me.
What are you talking? He's under my supervision.
This is my field, Op Mobius.
What are you doing?
Shopping for plants.
Could that be you?
I mean, I probably would have worn a suit, but yes, maybe. Is he dead?
No, they usually survive.
Me, I presume.
Hope he doesn't scheme here. How could you trust yourself if
Schemers,
you're him?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People are scared.
They're about to die. They should be scared.
Okay, not of us.
Enchantment is a clever trick. Cowardly. A bit amateurish, but clever. I'm working for me.
Hi, are you guys looking for the disaster shelter?
No.
What's the matter? You too scared to meet me face to face? And I have an offer for you, that's why I found you.
Go on.
I'm going to overthrow the timekeepers. What say you?
Loki.
Don't call me that.
You can call me Randy. The answer is no. I'm not interested in ruling the Time Variance Authority.
I gave it away.
What did you give away?
The timekeepers, where they are. I gave it away how to find them.
You're too late.
Oh, I think you'll find I'm well ahead of schedule. I found your hiding place like that. I'd say that makes me the superior Loki, wouldn't you?
I miss Randy.
Thank you for helping me stall for time. You really do love to hear yourself talk.
You're not the first person to tell me.
What?
I would never treat me like this.
A big man.
Yeah, he is.
Any art can find me as yourself.
The toys aren't very impressive in 2050.
That's what I was thinking.
What is this about? What is this about?
This isn't about you.
Right. That's not possible.
Loki, wait! No, wait! Damn it!
That was that reaction. This is this response.
Okay, my first immediate response, that's a damn good episode.
It was a really good episode.
Yeah.
Very engaging. There were some laugh out loud moments.
Yeah.
Some things that we would just snicker at because it just reminds us of stupid shit and jokes. Like the big fucking huge guy that he was fighting, giggling when he's coming after
Stuff
him.
that maybe not a lot of people laugh at but us.
Yeah. So
this fucking redneck. Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of shit. It's the kind of shit you hear in everyday life.
Yeah.
That you don't usually hear on
Exactly.
something so well produced.
Yeah, no, just like you said, I don't know if it'll be in the edit, but earlier it just whelped this tense episode. Like, well, I mean, like the end.
It was engaging.
It was engaging,
and at the end it was tense.
Yeah, and it just.
I don't particularly like the woman that got to play the female version of Loki, just because I'm used to the dark-haired Tom Hiddleston Loki.
Yeah.
I think her being blonde. I don't know. It might just be supposed to be a complete opposite. She's a woman and she's blonde.
Yeah.
But I think I would have preferred if she had dark hair and like kind of resembled
Loki in some way.
In some way.
That makes sense to me, honestly. But
it might be following some source material that's like that.
Yeah, and in terms of the performance, I like her performance personally.
She was okay. She didn't have much. There wasn't much there.
I guess
it's not about you, and she waved.
Well, I guess the writers did such a good job of making me think that was a fucking character. So all the redneck and everything, and up leading up to her, I think that's her. I mean, that's Loki.
I still feel it's a little flat. So
okay.
I mean, it's going to have some time to grow and develop. So I'll give it time.
Yeah.
I like this show.
Mm-hmm.
And I love a good villain. So when the villains are disappointing in some way, it's kind of like, well,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But it's the same way, we don't know what Loki's long game is yet.
Yeah, I think I imagine he wants to try to take control of the TVA.
He definitely wants to live.
He just wants to live.
So
when I was editing the last episode, just the part where they disintegrate that guy for not having his ticket, he's like,
yeah, so I was looking for his ticket. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Wisconsin 1985 Renaissance fairs. I've only been to one Renaissance fair.
Oshkosh, right?
What's that?
It's Oshkosh. Oshkosh.
It was a weird name. I don't. Yeah.
Because Oshkosh is a clothing brand.
Okay. Yeah.
Isn't it?
I don't know actually.
So I'm trying to figure out, or like some kind of fucking retail outlet. I don't know, but I thought it was like Oshkosh. Oshkosh Bagosh.
I thought you were saying
Oshkosh.
Auschwitz. I thought you just kept trying to say Auschwitz to me. I was like,
I know how to say. I know how to say Auschwitz.
I know. Loki was right. That variant was there.
Yeah.
Okay. And,
but you don't know that he doesn't have some ploy.
Mm-hmm.
He might have a long game. He might be like Kingpin in the Netflix's Daredevil series. He's in it for the long game.
I've seen the first episode.
Well, Vincent D'Onofrio is cool. The last season
I heard it was good.
Ended poorly.
Yeah.
But he's really cool.
I just remember that scene that show, the couple episodes I saw, had some of the best non-cut, like just TV fights I've ever seen. I guess, to me, I feel like he wants to live, and I feel like taking control of the timeline is just a reach. Yeah, I mean, you have to be so ambitious.
It's a pretty...
I feel so small.
Lofty goal.
Yeah, when you feel so small, finding out what he has found out, like, oh shit, I'm not shit.
Well, he might still think it's bullshit.
Yeah, well, I guess. Well, I don't know. I guess I felt like in the last episode, he kind of bought in. He realized, like...
Well, he bought in that he can't get out of it.
Or he's bought in that.
Yeah, but at the same time, he may not be completely sold on the fact that they're indestructible.
Yeah.
Or unchallengeable, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Indomitable.
Yeah. We also had... I wrote down Mrs. Clock, and then I saw it was Miss Minutes.
Miss Minutes.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
So she's like an actual intelligent being.
AI.
And they're kind of still not, probably wisely, not establishing like when and where this is. Because even Loki was like, are you in the future? We're from the future, you know?
It looks very futuristic.
Yeah.
Or it could just be a part.
A what?
It could just be apart from all that.
Yeah.
Because you have the timeline and it exists outside of the timeline.
Yeah.
Because these people have been there their whole lives. If that's the case, then this Paul hasn't been sitting at the desk as a baby.
No, you're right, yeah.
So, if his name's Paul, I don't really remember. But...
And, like, yeah, he said that they were all created by the
timekeepers.
And
so they could just be just how they are now.
Yeah, they have been created in that form to suit their purpose.
For all time.
Yeah. It was interesting seeing like the pressure that Owen Wilson's character Mobius was getting from his boss, even though they have a good rapport. I think she cares about him as a friend and wants to make sure he's doing the right thing and doesn't ruin his reputation and stuff like that. It's weird to see Owen Wilson crack the whip.
It is a little bit, but he does it in his own way.
Yeah.
He's not doing it like the head of this recent field mission, the woman that's been butting heads with Loki.
Yeah, that turns me off a little bit, her attitude.
I don't like it either because, for one, like you mentioned, they've been getting their asses handed to them the
exactly.
whole time.
They don't seem that capable.
This guy comes in that can or can't help. He could hurt it very much if he decides to turn on them. Mm-hmm. But he didn't.
And, and I had those questions as well, and the show kind of smartly dodges those things, like files from the beginning of time, files from the end of time, and they're classified because no one, they don't know. And I guess the end of time in general...
Well, they're saying it's still being detangled.
Yeah, he said they're still trying to detangle it. And
from the multiple variances.
I just loved their conversation, actually, where they're kind of waxing philosophical in a way where it was just a pleasure to listen to.
Well, it reminded me of, in this case, especially in this country, Christianity's free will versus Calvinism.
Mm-hmm.
So...
No, exactly. And even him saying it's a complex thing. Like, they don't even exactly answer, do we have free will or not?
A lot of people, you don't have to be religious to think that. You might think people are a slave to their DNA.
Yeah.
To their biological inheritance. They may not be a strict linear path of it.
Yeah.
But it will be some within certain boundaries of it.
Yeah.
There's the gutters.
Yeah.
The fucking walls are up on the gutters. You're not going to go off the path. You're just going to maintain.
You're going to go within those boundaries.
Yeah, within those boundaries of your DNA. So.
What do you think of Owen Wilson, or Mobius? I keep calling him Owen Wilson. Just talk about his belief in, because at first it sounds kind of like everything is meaningless type philosophy, but he's like, my life is this. I do believe in it, and once everything is detangled in the end, there's going to be peace, kind of thing, So, like...
Well, I hear a lot of power players spout that nonsense.
Yeah.
And a lot of different entertainment, forms of entertainment. Mm-hmm. Movies and things like that. All the big guys that say, we're going to wipe all these people out and then we will have peace.
Yeah.
We're going to end all war by having one big war.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of shit. And I know that's not what's really going on here. There are a bureaucracy that's trying to track down and hunt these variants and end the nexus.
Yeah.
Try to keep the sacred timeline intact. I do think that things are the way they are and people are the way they are. I don't think that I haven't seen too many examples that make me believe that you're not going to go expecting much more than what you already have.
Yeah, the older I get, I get surprised less by people. And, jet skis. I think it's just funny that he's never been on one.
Yeah.
But he appreciates them and he thinks they're cool. I think it's just kind of a funny thing about his character.
Blend of form and function.
I was on the back of a jet ski when I was high school, I think, one time. And then I drove a jet ski the other day with my kids, and it was a hell of a lot of fun.
Was it?
It was a hell of a lot of fun. I was just like, I can't believe this is the first time I'm doing this. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So it made me think of, I wish I would have watched this and then did my jet ski. I would have thought of Owen Wilson, which is always a good thing to think about.
Cruising down, your hair blowing in the wind.
Wow!
And it shows there's a picture of what's on your mind, and it's Owen Wilson's face.
And it's like the cloudy, heavenly look. I guess if I imagine an end for that character, he puts himself in the 90s and rides off on
the sunset. That could happen for him. Maybe at the end he'll have a jet ski gift wrapped for him by Loki.
That'd be kind of cool.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
It seems like something they would come back to.
I'm wondering if like Owen Wilson's character or the character Mobius from the comics has some kind of affinity for jet skis or something.
I wouldn't know. I don't know.
What is that?
Those are crickets.
Are they in my basement?
In your dad's basement.
Yeah. It's loud.
It is. I remember somebody saying one time in one of our videos, asking if those were crickets in the background. But I think they were calling on some silence on our part, maybe?
Probably.
But I didn't watch the video, so...
There literally are crickets now.
There are literally crickets here.
Yeah. Just a conversation of existence, we talked about it, but that was like my favorite part, personally.
I think it was very deep and something that's very worth talking about.
No, it is, and I think people of different ages can understand the conversation.
They can.
Yeah. That's what I would appreciate is kids can watch it and, and have wax philosophical amongst themselves after they watch this. Yeah, I mean?
Well, what you should know, kids, is that adults especially, kids probably more so, but they don't set it in stone like we adults do many times, is that we romanticize and we fantasize about things to make this life make sense, just like they were saying in this conversation, because we want it to make sense.
Yeah.
But it's just like the great Alan Moore said, the world is rudderless.
But funny enough, he said that, but then he also talks about his purpose. Like he does take up a cause as well.
Yeah, I know. He said he's also took up a snake religion because he, I guess, wanted something to do.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of a fruitless argument about causes to be taken up.
Yeah.
I guess if you need something to do.
I guess, like, if you're, one thing Loki said, with the Pompeii people, they're all going to die anyways.
Yeah.
It was funny. What's interesting that happened is a horrible thing, because I know historians who, take that very seriously, that event. Like, what if there was some more recent tragedy that they went to? And I think people would be offended when they watched it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if they went, I'm not going to name them, but I can think of a few.
Oh, yeah.
So it was weird to see, but it was also funny because it was a tragedy.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking 9/11 as well,
Yeah, 9/11, but I guess that's...
It's not an apocalypse, but...
It's not an apocalyptic level event, but I guess neither is the destruction of a superstore.
Maybe that region, I guess. I guess you got a point there.
Yeah, so...
Maybe that particular region, wherever it is...
Just wiped off the map.
Yeah, I guess because not... How do you describe apocalypse? 'Cause sometimes they just occur in one area or one...
Well, Ragnarok, I guess, actually means it's like a rebirth.
Yeah.
It's like a reset.
Yeah.
Because at the end of Ragnarok, there are 2 humans left alive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not even an apocalypse in of itself, the way we understand it. Because the way we understand it is the good old Judeo-Christian way, is that, hell...
Jesus.
The rest of you are getting thrown into hell, then hell's getting thrown into the abyss, and you're gone. And
Yeah.
the rest of you... are going to heaven, baby.
Yeah.
And that's what's preached there.
Well, in the heaven's coming.
That's pretty much a very black and white. This is going to happen, and this is what's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And the rest of you, it's like Rick says, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Yeah. I believe Loki, early on, when they were in 1985, which is when Back to the Future came out, by the way. Hey! Damn it. Okay. That's a hell of a thing. I'm going to have to do something about that. What's the cricket doing?
Well, we can buy a pet snake and put it in here, and then your dad would get fucking surprised and kill it.
Chop his head off. Yeah, we got found. So, guys, you have to put up with that. Sorry about that. But when they were 1985, I believed Loki, and then I started to believe he wasn't telling the truth, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was
I thought...
Well, the way he presents the character, like I said earlier on, I thought he was kind of overselling it a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to portray this guy that's a trickster.
Yeah.
So he's really dodging from left to right on Mobius' shoulders.
Yeah.
Going back and forth behind him and doing the whole...
Yeah.
pizzazz kind of shit. And that kind of got on my nerves a little bit. I know I like Tom Hiddleston as a performer. Yeah. And I don't want to trash him. Yeah. But that was just a little too over the top for me. I know somebody somewhere is going to think that he's supposed to be over the top. Yeah. It's like, I get that. But you
didn't enjoy that performance, right?
I didn't enjoy him overselling it. I mean, I get that he's supposed to be trying to be charming. Yeah. That's his game. Mm-hmm. But I think his game's going to pay off more if he's a little more subtle.
I guess, to me, I took it as like, in real life, like Owen Wilson and like you, he's just irritating. You know what I mean?
That's probably true.
You know what I mean? So, like, I think maybe that was the direction he was given, is to be that charming, but you go overboard, be irritating to the audience and Owen Wilson, because he's under pressure.
Yeah, because he said, "What happened to the guy that said he doesn't like to talk much?"
And he's under pressure, so he's already angry. So it just creates more.
You're not going to find the fucking cricket right now.
I just want to walk over there and say, "Hey."
What good's it going to do to walk over there and say, "Hey, it's a fucking cricket"?
Jesus.
What? Yeah, he's just sitting there waiting. My lighter is out of butane.
That's got to be irritating. It's a sign.
Sign that I gotta go down there and get more butane out of my room.
Sign that you quit smoking like you said you were.
Glory be.
What? I just really liked it. I know we kind of broke it down a little bit. In terms of the end, I think Loki, I knew he was going to go like towards the end of right before he left, but I wish he would have stayed.
Well, I mean, you might not see any point in really continuing trying to help them. Yeah. There may not, in the long short of things, maybe he sees a better way to end this.
Yeah, maybe. I just want him and...
Well, he said, he finds out from his other variant, the female variant, Randy, that, it's funny, I heard somewhere that in England, or Great Britain, that means horny.
Randy?
That Randy, if someone's Randy, that means they're horny.
That's worse than it was, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you did it.
Okay. I didn't know that.
I don't even know if I know it. I know it's something I heard.
Well, I don't know if it's a fact. That and cleaning the boat. Is that what it's called?
Washing the boat? Yeah, but you look sexy washing your boat. I'm like, what fucking boat? What are you talking about?
What's funny is you brought that up to me 15 years after the fact.
What? You've
been wondering for years. What the hell does that mean?
Well, I knew what it meant after the fact. Yeah. I could tell. But it's like I already fucked it up by then, so what's the point in...
Yeah.
What cannot be reversed cannot be regarded.
I said like Poppy. Regarded. Society.
You gotta say it just like him, though. You gotta say it like Zakkary. Yeah. Like the old men have their stamp on their sayings.
They do. They do. I love this episode, and this
was really good. I like this show a lot.
I'm really into it, and I'm wondering where Loki's going. I want him and Owen Wilson though to be good.
Well, I like the lighting.
That was
the
great.
ambience of the show.
Yeah.
It was very stark with the red at the end.
That was great.
It was very blurry, almost. It was washed out.
Damn it!
You encouraged it.
I made him mad. Hopefully, guys, I'll fix that for the next episode.
No, we're gonna name him.
What should he be named?
Jiminy.
It's taken.
Well, I'm not putting a patent on it. No, we'll name it. Who's someone annoying? What's an annoying name?
We're out of here.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. And if you're coming back for more, thanks a lot. If you like what we do, like and subscribe. Find us on Instagram and the Twitters. And...
Tweaking?
The tweaking, yeah.
Was that twerker?
I couldn't remember. But if you don't, you won't. Adios.